So they finally increased the player count to 120 up from 100. Alrighty, patch notes, let's get it. This is the multiplayer one. So we've got 4 new maps. There's going to be 2 in season, 1 is variant. Tokyo Paris Incline Daz Gross, the variant of Daz House, I see. And we got 6 new modes. I believe 1 is supposed to be in season. Demolition, Hypercrank, Cache, Mutation, Headshots Only, and Havoc. We got the new weapons, the Kar 98 and the Superi 46, and the new shotgun. And a sledgehammer too. New aftermarket parts, new kill streaks, loitering munition, IMS, missile drone, and DNA bomb, which actually replaces the nuke. So once you you eliminate the entire team without ending the match. Entire enemy team without ending the match. New perks, mission control vest, freshman plates, new operators, Void and Hammer. New events, Critical Countdown, Mobile Suit Gundam Legends, Altered Strain, Vortex, Desolate, and Vacations. Kind of mad there's a Gundam crossover, but here we are. Weapon Mastery and Unlock challenges can now be added to track challenges, which is pretty cool. And they made some changes to perk with the boots too. So they've decreased volume of footstep sounds from enemy players. And you're thinking, why would you decrease the volume of enemy players, right? Well, that's because the pick rate of covert sneakers remains far ahead of other boots. So they've decreased the volume of all footstep types to encourage more diverse usage in boot category of perks. Basically saying, we want people to stop being bitches and actually fucking use the boots. And they've reworked the hard points for the 6-star map. These 3 got reverted. I imagine they're not the hard points anymore. I believe that's what it means. So they go back to normal ones. I have no idea. Supposed to find out. And then the Sky Bridge is the new point. Alright, now for the weapon balancing. The BP-50 itself got a bit of a nerf, and then the conversion kit for it got a bloody nerf to it, nerf all around. The MCW got a buff, but not crazy. The FJX Horus SMG got a buff. I'm hoping this is meta. Since people run around with it, but it's not like meta. It's not in the meta talks. So hopefully after this season, this is at least meta. Will be good balance, yeah, that's for sure. Ram 9 got a bit of a buff. The AMR 9 got a bit of a buff as well. So the Rival 9 and its conversion kit, well, it got a nerf as well. HRM 9 got a buff. Can we leave this in the past, please? It's such a fun SMG to use, but it was meta for like 2 seasons. So boring. Striker 9 got a buff. Even though it was already meta. The Striker itself got a buff, and then the WSP 9 got a buff. Zombies, and as you probably could have guessed, there isn't much happening except for a new story. And that's it for the multiplayer side of things and zombies. Warzone. The best part about this is the fucking player count. So they finally increased the player count to 120 up from 100. And they wrote a whole essay for this part, so just sit back and relax, yeah? In an effort to enhance the Battle Royale experience on Kazakhstan, we've decided to increase the number of players in each match from 100 to 120. Our initial design intent at the launch of Modern Warfare 3 was to focus on mid-game pacing, ensuring a steady and consistent build-up throughout the match to strike a balance between matchmaking times, client performance, and match pacing. We initially centered our game balance around 100 players. This required extensive revisions and balancing across various aspects of the game, including early game looting, engagement times, weapon damage, armor values, movement mechanics, redeploy mechanics, economy, and strategic and defensive tools. We're proud to say that overall we've been quite pleased with the results over the past few seasons. That said, player feedback continues to indicate a desire for more action. So with that in mind, we have made the necessary changes to accommodate a higher player count without disrupting the delicate balance we have worked hard to achieve. This time around, these adjustments have been primarily focused around redeploy mechanics in our match economy. Gulag tokens now have a low chance to appear in general loot, with specific spawn rates from different chest types and guaranteed availability from most wanted and buy station. Redeploy tokens are now part of a new tier of legendary items and have specific spawn conditions to maintain balance. Additionally, redeploy flares have a controlled spawn rate in legendary chests and other support item locations. Our goal with the economy is to make cash more meaningful and create clearer paths for acquiring key items. We've slightly reduced the amount of cash found in loot, increased the number of supply boxes, updated the cost of buy station items, and adjusted the rarity of certain items to promote a more engaging and strategic looting experience. With all these changes live in Season 4, we aim to deliver a more strategic experience that emphasizes risk-reward while maintaining consistent, action-packed pacing throughout the match. As always, our team will be carefully monitoring internal data as well as external player feedback, and adjustments will be made where necessary as we move forward. Hope you enjoyed that little essay. The bunkers now have an escape hatch as an alternative exit. They've added 4 new gulag layouts, which is interesting. So S, whatever that is, stacked equipment and L-shaped plywood walls with an S-shaped central wall over the circular floor grate. 3 panel curved walls, stacked equipment against 2 walled sections, and 2 curved inner walls above the circular floor grate. Stacked equipment against 2 walled sections with concrete L-shaped walls around the central circular floor grate. 8. A rectangular concrete barrier wall outside long central section around the central circular floor grate with 1 plywood wall sprayed with the blue 8. And buybacks is returning. They've added some Warzone rewards too, which is pretty cool. And they've added an update to the Champions Quest too. When a team on the Champions Quest contract is fully eliminated, the Champions Quest tablet will drop, and the first team that interacts with the tablet can now steal the contract and continue the quest. So they've also made an update to tax sprint boots in Warzone, but the only thing is you have to go to the bunker for it. So infiltrate in any of the accessible bunkers to obtain the tactical sprint boots perk, which will give you an increase to your base speed and an infinite tactical sprint improvement. Do not drop on death, can be found in bunkers, do not reduce war damage. Specialist perk package. This gives you all the perks, and you can buy it at the buy station for 30k. The bunker busters in here as well, so there's utility box and the hot drops, but they don't appear on attack map. They must be discovered. Now, runaway train public event. So this is a unique dynamic to endgame for Urzikstan. So each match will have a 10% chance of ending in a runaway train public event. During this endgame event, the safe zone will be the train. The drivable controls are disabled, making players strategically work to gain control of the train. And all groundly weapons have been updated. They've made a quality of life change to the gas mask. It now has a manual, automatic, and semi-automatic setting. A new keybind has been added for the manual behavior as well. And they've improved the buy station. So purchase weapons will now drop behind the player to make them easier to distinguish from nearby loot. The initial circle has been increased to 2 minutes from 1 minute. It's to give a bit more time for players to find bunkers and adjust them at pacing for the 120 increase. When you respawn from Gulag, your loadouts will be updated with the primary and secondaries. C4s have been removed from the Gulag loadouts as well. So they've made some adjustments to the loot. So the overall acquisition rate of cash via ground loot and supply boxes has been reduced by 50%. Double supply boxes, the frequency is increased by 20%. The frequency of basic rarity has been reduced. The frequency of legendary has been increased. And the frequency of reusable rarity has been increased as well. They've decreased the chances of Gulag tokens as well. So you can only get them in general loot, which is a very low chance. You will get them from most wanted, and there's a limited stock at the buy station. Same with the redeploy pack. It doesn't spawn at all in general loot, sorry. And there's a low chance in most wanted. I like that. It gives it less of a resurgence feel and more of a battle royale feel. And then redeploy flares, low chance in legendary chests, which is pretty cool. And then a lower chance where support items can spawn, such as medical cabinet. The following legendary items are now exclusive to certain locations. So you can only get the durable gassy from bunker chest or intel contracts, redeploy pack from black sites or most wanteds, a foresight from bunker chest, and the specialist from buy stations only. They've made some updates to the buy station, but they're all relatively still the same. Team Reds is still 3 grand. Armor plates are now 300. Gas mask is 3 grand. Ammo box is 2k. UAV is 6k. Supply UAV is 2k. Loadout is variable, like the prices adjust with the squad size. And cluster strike is 4 grand. Precision strike is 6 grand. Utility box is 3 grand. Self revive is 4 grand. Portable radar is 2 grand. Mosquito drone is 4 grand. Bunker buster is 4 grand. Gulag token is 4 grand. Specialist is 30 grand. But only a one-time use. They've made some changes to the late game circles and rebirth. They may now end on a wide variety of locations. So we got some weapon balancing for Warzone as well. So the BP50 got a nerf as well. The BAO 27 actually got a buff, which is very interesting. The near-mid damage range got a huge buff. So I hope this kind of brings it up into the meta contender for things, because it'd be nice to use the TLC weapon as a meta again. The Holger got a buff. The SVA got a bit of a nerf. The MCW got a buff. The MTZ got a buff as well. The AMR 9 got a buff. The FGX got a buff and nerf, but only a nerf to the headshot modifier. Bravo 9 got a buff too, along with the conversion kit for it. Striker 9 got a nerf, and the WSP 9 got a nerf as well. The DG58 got a nerf, and the Holger got a buff. And the XRK got a nerf. Man, they really don't like snipers, huh? Now, for Warzone Ranked, for what everyone has been waiting for. While our teams are targeting to release Ranked Play Battle Royale before the end of the year, we are not ready to commit as to a specific time just yet. We are using the months ahead to fine-tune the design of our ranked play system to reflect and complement changes since made to the core Battle Royale experience. In the interim, we are committed to maintaining a robust competitive scene on our larger map through a through the ongoing World Series of Warzone program. This program ensures that players continue to have access to high-stakes opportunities as we prepare for the return of Ranked Play Battle Royale later this year. Additionally, given the success of Ranked Play Resurgence, we will continue to dedicate effort to this mode for upcoming seasons. Our goal is to continue to provide a diverse and fulfilling competitive experience across different modes, all while honing in on the future of Warzone's competitive landscape. We understand that the timeline for the return of Ranked Play Battle Royale may be longer than many had hoped, but we are incredibly excited for the months ahead while we work on bringing this beloved competitive experience back into players' hands. So essentially, they're saying we fucked up on the timing of Ranked, so we're just gonna wait for Verdansk, because everyone would rather play it on Verdansk anyway. They made some adjustments to the SR for Resurgence though. So if you win the match, you now get 125 SR up from 100, which is, I think, is pretty huge. And the iridescent deployment fees have been reduced by 5 SR, but it doesn't apply to the initial cost when you're promoted to Eerie. So your first match is Eerie. I think that's what it means. You won't have that applied to you to your next game. We've implemented balance adjustments to our SR point system to now place greater emphasis on the match victory. We hope that these adjustments incentivize strategic play and teamwork over strictly trying to stack eliminations. Our aim is to foster a fair environment for everyone participating in ranked play, aligning with our commitment to uphold competitive integrity. And some new quality of life changes here. The stats panel for multiplayer is going to be adapted to Warzone, allowing you to consult your match and weapon statistics in the match. You can see operator parachuting from a third-person perspective now. Icons for armor plates, a gas mask, and kill streaks will now appear under a squad member health bars to indicate what they currently have in their inventory. The contract widget will now display a visual timer indicating the remaining time on the contract. Bunch of bug fixes. And that is it. That is it for the patch notes. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Keen to see what the meta is now. And yeah, let me know what you think of the season or what you think of the patch notes and what you want changed and what you want to see come in. And yeah, hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like and subscribe for more content like this. And I will see you later in the next one. Peace.